From soil we have come, and to soil we will return. And one of the things that I wrote in my journal, and I've sent in a few emails to folks, is that this is the day when we get to remember that we are made of light and of dust and of mess and of miracles. And in that, I found great hope. For we are people of the light. You have seen me light candles in our midday prayers, and if you have watched those, you know that I take that very seriously. So today, as we begin our Ash Wednesday ritual, we are going to do that together again. I'm going to light a candle, and I'm going to remind us of the fact that we are people of the light. So I'm going to turn and grab my candle real fast because I forgot to do that. So one of the things too in our practices, in our daily practices, our micro practices in the packet, it talks about today's practice being one of daily examine. And there are 5 movements to the process of examining yourself and your feelings. It's like taking a little bit of a personal inventory for the day. And it starts with reviewing the day with gratitude. And truthfully, if you are anything like me, sometimes gratitude is hard to find, especially when you might be going on hour 35 without power or without heat or without running water. And a friend of mine posted a poem earlier this week talking about how she had to use a soup ladle to scoop snow from outside to bring inside so that she could fill her toilet basin and fill her sink and wash her hands and her face and feel a little more human. And as she reflected on the practice of gratitude that she has in her own life, she got really frustrated and a little bit irritated at the thought of needing to come up with something to be grateful for. And at the end of her poem, she said, well, I guess I can be thankful for the stupid ladle. So if that's where you are today, all you have to be grateful for, all you can muster gratitude for is a stupid ladle, that's okay. That's all right. God meets us there. But even in the practice of giving thanks for the stupid ladle or the pair of socks or a pair of mittens, whatever it is that you have that you can look at and say, okay, well, I guess amidst this all, I am thankful for this. Just that small act of gratitude helps reframe our day and reframe our moment and reframe our practice of how we go about our day. So if you can take a moment, just take a deep breath and think about what it is that you are grateful for. If you want to, write it down. If you want, just take it and make a mental note or write a note on your phone and just say, today I am grateful for. I'm grateful for shelter. I'm grateful for a community that comes together. I'm grateful for warmth and heat and the things that I might often take for granted any other day. I'm grateful for family. Today, I am grateful for dogs who cuddle up and keep me warm. But if all you have to be grateful for and all you can muster thanks for today is a stupid ladle, know that that is all right. So today, our second part of this ritual is to pay attention to our breath and the moments around us and within us. So I'm going to light our candle as we do that. I'm going to light the candle and invite us to close our eyes and to take a few deep breaths. Take a few deep breaths in. Feel your chest rise and fall. And just take a minute to pause. Pay attention to your heartbeat and how your body might be feeling. Pay attention to what your body is saying to you. But take a few deep breaths and take this moment in. And if you have a candle around you or a flame near you, maybe in a fireplace, just take a moment and watch the flame. And take a few deep breaths and welcome God into your presence and into this space with us. And now, if you have your soil or your ash, or if you're like me and you don't have those things, but you might have hand lotion or some olive oil, I encourage you, as we keep the flame present with us and as we might keep looking at that candle or at that fireplace, just take a moment and if you have the soil, take it in your hands. Take it in your hands and just rub it in your hands so you can feel it. And if you have oil or lotion, just rub it into your hands and feel how it changes the texture of your skin. Feel how it nourishes your body. Feel how it calls you to be reminded of where you come from. For we are made of light, of dust, of mess, and miracles. And today, as I rub this oil and lotion into my hands, I make the sign of the cross. You might have the temporary tattoos in that shape. And if you can, get some water and put them on your hands, because truthfully, a temporary tattoo will last a long time on your forehead. So put it on your hands, unless you want it on your forehead. And I'm making the sign of the cross in my freshly nourished skin as a reminder that I've come from dust, and to dust I will return. Just as you have come from dust, and to dust you will return. And in the meantime, God wants us to be nourished and nurtured and connected to the soil of the earth from which we came. The longer I spend as a pastor and the more time I spend in the story of God and God's people, I am constantly amazed at how just about everything comes back to the beginning. The beginning when God spoke light into existence and called it good. The beginning when God looked at the mire and the muck and said, "Let there be light, and let there be earth and day and night, and let there be people." God, out of nothingness, created everything that we see and we know. And from that creation, we have come, and to that creation, we will return. I saw a poem today that I want to offer as kind of our blessing as we have imposed our ashes or our oils or our lotions together today. It's called Ashes by Kathy Galloway, and I'm going to read it and then go right into our blessing of departure. Ashes, powdery, gray from keeping on trying to get a spark from two stones, streaky black from relighting a candle that might keep going out, soft white from a fire that burned down to its heart and kept everyone warm. These are the ashes worth wearing. And this is the day we freely say we are scorched. This is the hour that we are marked by what has made it through the burning. This is the moment where we ask for the blessing that lives within these ancient ashes, that makes its home inside the soil of this sacred earth. So let us be marked not for sorrow, and let us be marked not for shame. Let us be marked not for false humility or for thinking we are less than we are, but for claiming what God can do within the dust, within the dirt, within the stuff of which the world is made and the stars that blaze in our bones and the galaxies that spiral inside the smudge that we bear. Friends, we are made of light and dust, of mess and miracles. So especially on days when plans may not go accordingly, when we are in the midst of a snowstorm, and when all you can find gratitude for is a stupid ladle. Even if you don't have ashes to observe Ash Wednesday with, God meets us here, for we are the people of the light. We are people of ash. We are people of the dust. and we are people of the stars. And God does and can do big things with soil, with dirt, with mess. And in our mess, God will meet us there, calling us to see the small miracles that happen all along the way as we begin our journey to the empty tomb. Friends, go out this day knowing you are loved and we are people of the light. And if you need anything, if you are in need of warmth or shelter or connection to those things, please reach out to us. We are here to help. If you need assistance, just say so in the comments and we will get a team responding to you. But go out this day knowing that God does big things with the dust and the mire and the mess. I'm going to change the light so that it may travel with us today, wherever we are, and along this journey to come. Take care, and we'll see you at 6:30 for our last Ash Wednesday service. You're loved.